Okay, so welcome to the Retechulous Basics session today. Remember, we do basics on Tuesdays and we do a little bit of wild card advanced stuff on our regular Wednesday strategy sessions. Now today, we're going to go into traffic specifically. There are some earlier basic sessions if you need to know how to set up a capture page and you want a quick tour of the members area. But since not much has changed in the last few weeks, I'm going to go into basic stuff and go into some ideas for how you can get traffic to your pages and to your different capture points right away. And this should be a lot of fun. There's some stuff here that we haven't talked about in a long time. So I'm going to make a doc here. Let me go here and do a share, get shareable link. And I'm going to share this document to you guys because I know you're going to ask for it anyway so that you have it. And if you're watching a recording, I'll make sure it's below the video. And then we'll evolve this doc. And I'm just going to go through idea by idea, different kind of ways that you can start to get eyeballs on your pages, okay? And maybe this is a good time to remind you of where to go to get a link to one of your pages. So let's start there. Let's start at getting a link to one of our capture pages. So we're here in Lead Barrel. We go to capture pages. We go to create and manage landing pages. Your lead barrel is probably going to look green because we do it through Retechulous. It's under the tools section. When you signed up, if you're newer, Jeff probably created you at least a foreclosure list page. It's our tried and true offer that converts really well. And if I want the link to my page, all I need to do is click on this little link. I can grab any of these. So I'm going to just grab my prettyawesome.info link here. I'm just going to leave it open in another window for use here. Today. This is the page we'll be promoting. And I grabbed the wrong one. See, I grabbed my step 2, so let me fix that. I want this one, my step 1. There we go. Okay. So, let's just go down the line. I'm going to actually start with stuff that we don't talk about a lot, that we kind of overlook. Email signature. Sources for your capture link. Okay. And I'm going to go to email signature first. We don't talk about this enough, but you can actually get, a lot of the people who maybe you just email day in and day out to look at your capture pages and come into your fold. Just in the course of doing regular business. Maybe you're dealing with somebody that has nothing to do with real estate, friends, relatives. They might not be on your email list, and here's just a nice, obvious way to do that. So I'll show you how you might do it in a Gmail. Let's all look at my email here. And I'm going to go to settings in Gmail. You can do this however you want. If you do it in Outlook, it's going to be a similar thing. But all you want to do is go to where you set up your signature line. And then you would have your regular signature. And then somewhere down here, you might do something like for a free weekly list of St. Pete area foreclosures, click here. Right? So if you don't already have one of your capture pages in your email signature, make sure you do this. You don't have to do it right now, but later on tonight, go ahead and do that. I'm going to do a background color. I'll highlight this yellow so it sticks out. Maybe I'll make the font a little larger. How do I do this? And this might be it. Oops. Large, bold, center, highlight yellow. There we go. Maybe I'll underline the click here. All right. Get as funky as you want. Make it stick out. Make it ugly, right? And then of course you're gonna want to use the little bar here to link it to the URL for your capture page. So pretty simple stuff. You can even do 2. You can do for a free list of foreclosures. Click here. And then do to see what your house is worth right now if you're doing a seller-focused offer. You could also have that link or one or both. So just an idea. I'm going to take this out of my signature right now. And you'll see I'm kind of using this here. I forget that it's even there. I see it every day 100 times. But here, here's a way anybody who sees my emails, they can go and click this banner and become a Retechulous member, right? Because that's what I have to sell. So email signature, that's the first one. Boom, 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 boom. Do call to action, link to capture page. What else do we have? We have our Facebook profile. I know you're not supposed to use Facebook for business and all this stuff, but I think there are ways to get away with doing it. First of all, of course, you know, every now and then you can post your link right to your page if you want. One of the things I'm doing is I'm using a little bit of my profile canvas image up top here to have a little don't click here. So maybe you don't make it big and ugly, but maybe you have just a little thing that's like, want a list of foreclosures, click here, and you would put that in your canvas image, right? And then if somebody clicks here, one thing people overlook is that you can actually do a description for every photo. So you can do this for your canvas image in Facebook. So I want to update this. Whatever you do, I told you not to click, right? But since you're the subversive clicky type, here's some more stuff to click. How about that? All right, and then I'll put my links, Retechulous.com, and then my new baby, leadbarrow.com, okay? And in such a way, we're basically turning because it's clickable, our canvas image, we're turning it into a lead capture element. Are you going to get thousands of leads from this? No, but maybe you get 2 or 3 a month. It all adds up, right? So just a little tip. To make a Facebook canvas photo, pretty easy stuff. You're going to want to be somewhere around 815 by 310, I think, in dimension. You know, you can go to Google Draw and do this. I won't delve into that now, or have one custom made at Fiverr. But definitely worth doing. Throw a hyperlink in there. Tone it down a little, because I don't think it's that tasty, but tasteful. But if you do it in a fun way like this, people kind of appreciate it. You don't get too much flack for it. So that's that. Link your canvas image and include a description, hyperlinks to your capture page. Any questions so far? Mike's the only person who's said anything yet, so we're not getting anybody. It looks like you guys are all just watching right here. Again, as always, these sessions are for you. If you have any questions, feel free. If there's something you want me to cover that I'm not, go ahead. Mark states, you're not a beginner. You don't need basics. Boo. He's saying boo. All right, so Facebook profile. Where else can we get some things that we forget to overlook? So we have Facebook profile. You could do the same thing on Twitter, right? Same thing on Twitter, LinkedIn, right? Just figure out ways to do those on your profiles, like your email signature. Okay. The big one now that, I know I'm forgetting something else. And then the big one we always talk about is Facebook ads. Okay, and I do want to do, Jeff did one a few weeks ago, but I do want to run a basic Facebook ad today, just so everybody knows how to do that. And then maybe we'll get into YouTube video. And then Craigslist. I think these are some basics. If anybody has any other ideas, your existing blog, your existing website, create a banner. Link. Just want to always get some of these off my chest here so I don't forget them. YouTube video SEO. And then, okay, that's good. Okay, so let's go now into Facebook ads and run a very basic Facebook ad. Let's get this done, okay? So say I've got my page there for my foreclosures, it's ready to go. Gonna go to my account. Okay, and to run a very basic ad, we're going to click Send People to Your Website. When we click Create Ad, I'm going to simply grab my URL that I saved up here from Lead Barrel. I'm going to post it in. Okay, And then in our quick funnels, we have sort of guidelines for how to do a basic foreclosure, a basic seller. There are some pointers to follow though, and I'm just gonna kind of write the ad out really quickly just to give you a basic idea of how it's done. I might not be following the exact recommended copy that we have in the members area, but what I do here should be an okay thing for you to follow, so don't worry about that. So the campaign name, computer's loading slow. You can usually change that. There you go. So foreclosure demo ad, so I know. You're going to go down, you're going to create your location, you're going to choose your target so you can get really hyper targeted down to zip code. I'll just do St. Petersburg, I think that's what my page was for. Okay, I can pick an age range, right? Let's say I only want a database. This is key, you know, people complain about the foreclosure issue, but a key point here is that everybody's going to opt in. So let's say you want to do foreclosures, but you don't want to do low-end business. That's your objection. All right, well, let's just grab people 45 and older who have graduated from college. Okay, maybe they probably have good income, or that don't own a home yet, right? So let's do net worth. I want to do millionaires. Am I going to find many? I don't know. See what kind of data Facebook has. All right, well, there's 66,000 millionaires that I can target between the age of 45 and 65 within 25 miles of St. Pete. So everybody who opts into this, Facebook thinks is a millionaire. So even if they're opting into my measly foreclosure list, I can do business. You know what I mean? So I'm building a relationship with a bunch of millionaires. So this is an example of what you can do with Facebook. Now, I'm not saying to always do that. You know, that might be a harder, more challenging transaction. These people are going to be connected probably. I'm going to have a lot of competition. My instinct would be to go for the people who don't have an agent yet, the 22 to 30-year-olds who are first-timers. But just an example of what you can do. I could just play around here. There's lots of things you can do. I'll set my budget to $5 a day. I'll set the objective to clicks to the website. I won't play with any of that. And then the images are a very big deal. And I'm going to give you guys a pointer right now. You can do basic interiors of homes. One thing that has been working for me in some tests like the last month, and I meant to do a specific video about this, is to grab street views. The street views are getting, where I can usually get like 35 to 55 cents a click, my street views are dipping down there into the 22, 25 cents a click. So I don't have hard empirical data, but just eyeball view, they're working well. And to get a street view picture is really easy. I go to maps.google.com. I'm running an ad in St. Petersburg. This is really, really simple. I just go like this, St. Petersburg. This will work great for the seller offer, you know, the what's mine worth. Wow, this thing knows this is scary. Okay, so Street View, it looks very local. You might pick a local landmark or whatever, and then you can take a quick screenshot of this. Okay, I'm going to do Command-Shift-4. That's really going to freak out my computer. I take my screenshot. Facebook likes a big image for clarity, so like usually it's a 2-to-1 ratio, something like 1200 by 600 works good. I can take that. It saves it to my hard drive, and I'm good to go. So I'll upload that now. I've got a nice little street view. This part I always mess up when I talk about running Facebook ads. The assumption here is that you already have a Facebook page set up. If you don't have a Facebook page set up, and this is a basics class, make sure you watch the niche-focused quick funnel. If you go to quick funnels on Retechulous.com and you don't have a Facebook page, watch the first few videos of that. Create a non-branded Facebook page without your name or anything on it. You'll see in those videos, it'll take you about 20 minutes to do. For these purposes, something that's not going to scare people away and make you think you're a real estate agent. So I'm going to grab a Facebook page to link this to. I might grab something like our Real Estate Deal Depot page. I'm sure I have one that I manage for Tampa. We have St. Pete, Florida, real estate. It's like very general, right? So I'll pick that page to link this to. Headline, okay? You want to come close, but you could just do St. Pete foreclosure list, right? And you can almost exactly echo what's on the page. So free weekly list, St. Pete foreclosures and bank-owned properties, right? And then we can click for a button. We can click Learn More. Okay, and then for about, in this case, it'll probably come in around 20 to 50 cents a piece. We're going to get people to click over to this capture page, right? All millionaires, and probably at least 10%, but probably 20 to 40% will opt in, and we'll be getting leads for about $1 all day long. Leads meaning people in our database, right? That we can sort of incubate over time by keep sending the list. Just to give you an idea of how well this works, I got a note from Matt Armstrong, one of our members, and I had set up a little funnel for him, and I think we both kind of forgot about it. We got put 100 people in on one of the tests we did back in August, and he sent me an email yesterday. He did nothing. He just sent the list every week automatically, just kept sending it, and a woman said, I really need to, somebody replied, said, I really like getting your lists. I really need to buy a house, and just started engaging with him. So just kind of, this little $1 email only lead right there with some automation on the back end, through sending the list every week, and there he goes. He's got a real live body who wants to do a deal, needs to, and is reaching out to him to help them. Really good stuff. You place order, and you got a Facebook ad live. Okay, I see your questions. I see your questions, guys. Let me address those. So there we go. We've got our Facebook ads. Consider Google Street View. Please don't be afraid to spend money. Please don't be afraid to spend money. You may lose a few bucks testing this, especially if you're the type who wants to riff on what we're doing and not follow what we say. That's fine. You might come up with something better than what we do. But, after a while, you should be able to get this to about $1 per lead in most markets. California, maybe $3, the tougher markets. And if you're not, we are here to help you do that. But Facebook is definitely the fastest, most reliable way to get traffic. All right, questions. Google Earth views. Okay, Jared's saying probably, I was probably doing something wrong on the maps, but there's probably a more efficient way to get a Google Earth view or a street view. Yeah, so is that you in the car? Probably wasn't. It wasn't me in the car, Larry. Yeah, they're not that close. Can you use Jing? Rob's saying you can also use Jing to screen capture Google Earth and post the video to Facebook. Ooh, okay. Well, let's check this out. He sent me a video. Thanks, Rob. Let's go. And this will transition us into our next thing, I think, here. Our next traffic source. Oh, this is dirty. Yeah, I like where this is going. I'm not hearing audio. Is that me? Okay, so Rob or Linda here used Jing to kind of show directions for the property. And it took just a minute to use Google Earth to do all this. And this is a cool transition. That's a really cool trick, by the way. But that's a really quick way to get some video content live. And what could have happened here, as we go into our next thing, YouTube video SEO, and video SEO and capture techniques. What could have happened here was that we can put an annotation in the video that basically says, click here, right, to see all foreclosures in Cohasset, MA. So anytime somebody finds this naturally through SEO on YouTube, you should have some kind of call to action using the annotation. So I'm going to just show you how to do that, how to do a basic annotation that diverts and converts. Let's see if I have any. Got all kinds of weird stuff on my channel here. Let's just grab this one. So here's a video. So the asking price right now is probably about, let's say 40% of the after rehab value. There's a lot of work to do, but if you look at the systems, they're not in bad shape. The hot water heater actually works. Okay, there was a little demo video I made for you guys to use on capture pages, and now what I can do is I can click the little pencil. And I can add an annotation. I can go up to here to annotations. So the asking price right now, and do see all foreclosures and bank-owned properties in Tampa and St. Pete by clicking the link in the description. I can do it that way, or I can get a vanity domain, a vanity URL through GoDaddy and have that forward to our ugly, this link's a little gobbledygooky. I wouldn't expect somebody to type this out, the thing up in our browser here. So you might want to get a vanity domain for that, or you can just paste that in the description of the YouTube video, this part. All right, so down in the description, I would say, hey, I want that to run for the whole length of my video. I want the size a little bit bigger. Pull it bigger like this. Okay, and then I would go to Info and Settings and go like this. See the foreclosures here. Right? Oops. I'd want to paste this link right here. Right? So I don't want to, just bear with me here. So that's one way if you're creating a bunch of YouTube videos of property tours, if you're doing screencasts about contracts or local whatever, you can fire up a screencast anytime, start building a library of videos just about different real estate topics, different houses very quickly, and be sure to do the annotation call to action either by putting the URL, a pretty URL directly in the annotation, or just directing people to go check out the description, which might be a little easier to do. The reason I want to delete this is because I think this is on some people's sites, this actual video on one of our templates, so I don't want that to stay there. Okay, so a little bit of YouTube trickery. Okay, Craigslist. We have, Craigslist used to be our bread and butter, of course. We used to talk all the time about Craigslist until Craig kind of, stomped on a lot of our hopes and dreams by taking away the ability to add hyperlinks within posts. So, but there are other ways to use Craigslist profitably. So I have a series of videos, just direct you guys there in our drive traffic section, Craigslist training, that give you some different ways to do calls to action, to run a Craigslist post and get people looking out. They might be looking at a post on Craigslist and then come over to your capture page. Today I recorded a video and posted it to the private group about how to kind of make one image one time that you upload with all your Craigslist posts, and within that image have a vanity domain that links to your capture page. All right, so this is an example image. So let's just say you go create a crazy image like this. You grab a picture of a house in your area. You buy a vanity domain with GoDaddy. I explain exactly how to do that in this video on the Craigslist training. You put the text in it like this, and then you use the arrows to point to it. Guys, I don't want to do, I gotta see what's going on. I need a 2-minute break. Hey, I'm live. What's up? All right. My wife just called about 8 times, so I want to make sure nobody was dying. Sorry about that. But apparently nothing's wrong. She just wanted to say hi. All right, so you do the image like this. You do the vanity URL. people type this in and it redirects them over to your capture page. Now, Doug pointed out to me today that when I did my tutorial, I did .com instead of .info. I gotta redo the image, but you know, people would go and they type this in. And then when they type in the domain, they'll come over to the page. So you could be advertising any kind of listing on Craigslist. People see that image, they remember the URL, and they go type it in. I don't know how many of you guys have tried this out. I know that it is probably something that could get you flagged here and there, but it's probably something also that's kind of hard for Craigslist to track. You might want to make it not the featured image, like make it the 4th or 5th image in your sequence. And of course, you can also put that banning domain without a hyperlink inside of your ad and do a bunch of other stuff. So that's retechulous.com/Craigslist training if you want to use Craigslist. Final point on Craigslist for the purposes today, we always make this point, is that Craigslist, that Facebook, even though it's going to cost you money, is probably going to be a lot less aggravating and more consistent as a source of traffic. But if you have absolutely no money to invest, you can get leads from Craigslist still, following some of these techniques. Okay, so use vanity URLs to divert and convert. Okay, and then your existing website. This is pretty easy. Just don't forget, you can create a banner ad and a link, and link it to your capture page and put that on your website. To create the HTML, to do all that, we do have an old tool that used to be very popular for Craigslist, but it's kind of not used as much anymore. But if you go down under Tools, Document and Image Link Maker, you can kind of upload any image. So you might make a picture, like click here for foreclosures, something like that. Maybe you just want to take a straight snapshot of your page. You can go like this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a screenshot and then I'll upload it. I picked the wrong tool, guys. This is to get a link for a document. I was trying to make the image linker. My fault. All right, I need to look that over again. I don't know where that went. Mike, do you know where that went? Or is that an error? Or is that supposed to be doing it and there's something wrong there? Because it's not giving me a place to put the HTML in. That's amazing. Nobody has said anything in a while. Bottom line is, you can make a banner ad that links your foreclosure page, your foreclosure call to action, over to your capture page. So you should put that probably in your sidebar and below each post. So if you came to Retechulous not logged in, you would probably find we have one of our core lead magnets down at the bottom, like this. And you would want to do something pretty similar. I'll show you. So we have our 5 conversation starting email swipes. Link right here for anybody who's not logged in. You would want to do the same. Make it below your post. You can do a hello bar type thing up top or something over on the right side. It diverts. Don't forget to use your own site as a source of traffic for your capture pages. Ken's asking, are you using text capture for Craigslist? Absolutely. That's one of the ideas probably in the training. You can just say, text me here for XYZ. That's another way to get traffic. My mind was kind of on the getting traffic to a landing page, but yes, you can do direct text call to action. Yep, and you can do Google Voice for that and set up a canned response. I don't know I think I've tried that before. I don't know how the canned responses work with Google Voice, but if you've done it, that's great. Yeah, that is a really good idea. There are also apps, text autoresponder apps on Android. The only problem is that time anybody sends you a text, it's going to send the same link out. And there are also other things like slick text. They'll let you do captures like that. The URL for the Craigslist stuff, all that is right in our phase 2. There's a link to it from our phase 2 of driving traffic, but the direct link is retechulous.com/Craigslist training. So I'll drop that in the right here. And there's just a handful of videos, different tips, techniques, things you can do. Again, it's going to be slower. It's not going to be as fast and gratifying as Facebook. Another similar platform to Craigslist that'll be a lot less traffic would be Backpage.com. The big advantage to Backpage is that with Backpage you can actually pay them like $1 or $2 to keep your ad live all week. So if you're in, this is probably better if you're in a big metro. I don't know that you're going to get a lot of traffic doing that in small metros, but if you're in somewhere like Philly, Tampa, Chicago, you might find it advantageous to post a listing to add some hyperlinks to your capture pages within the post. Backpage is a little more friendly to that kind of stuff still. And then just post your ad and have it stay live for a week. You don't have to go in every day and do that. So there's another source there. Twitter ads, I'm not going to go into today because I don't know enough. All I know is that Twitter has a platform. Don't know, just kind of forgotten all about it. This needs to happen on an advanced session sometime soon. But Twitter ads are a source of traffic, of course. Stumble upon. I'm going to get a little freaky now with traffic sources, if that's okay with everybody. Let's just do a traffic brainstorm. Stumble upon has a might not work so much for capture pages. I don't think they like capture pages, but if you want to advertise your main website, like your main property search page, Stumble upon has, I think it's 5 cents a view, and there is traffic, especially in big metros. You could target Philadelphia and get a lot of people seeing your ads on Stumble upon. So there's a source to look at. Stumble upon. I just had another really good one in mind. Where did it go? Oh, Reddit. Does anybody use Reddit? I mean, I know you do, Mike, but Reddit's just a blast and so much fun. But they do allow ads, and if you go to the subreddit for your city, this is sort of an ad, I think, up top, or a sticky post. I believe in most, just look into this, guys. This is very experimental. I've never done it, but you can probably run an ad in your metro that shows up top, and just have something that says, hey, search all foreclosures in Tampa, or search properties in Tampa, and nobody else is thinking to do this. And there is significant traffic going on here. Look, there are 9,558 people who are subscribed to Tampa. There's about 38 here right now. And most people who come to Reddit, they're going to go to the top, look at the stuff that's at the top, and your ad's going to show up. All 38 of these people would have seen that. I have no idea on pricing. Probably going to save this for like a session, a more advanced session with Twitter and stuff, but Reddit's another source. Local blogs, display advertising. So if you know of people who have sites in your area, like local bloggers, maybe even newspaper sites, don't forget, you can go to the news site. I can go to WGAL if I want, which is the big NBC affiliate up in York, PA, and I can go to their advertising section and say, hey, I want to run an ad. Most sites you can do that, so you might want to look into the pricing there. Same thing, you're going to do a banner ad, drive traffic over to your foreclosure page, and with all this, you're just going to want to maybe gauge what's converting and what isn't. And I think I'll stop here with the new traffic ideas and just talk a little bit about that. Tracking. Pinterest and Instagram. Thank you, Rob. I need to get Mike on Pinterest, Instagram. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of read out, kind of owe you guys these last few that we've talked about. We need to create specific content on these, either do the individual sessions about each one, but I'll give that to myself as homework. Or if any of you guys have experience with any of these and want to record a screencast, maybe we can, hit me up and maybe we can work out something on your membership fee or some way to compensate you if you want to become an expert on one of these and share it with the community. That would be helpful too. But I know like Mike Kemper has a great system here. I don't know if he's sharing it yet or if he's willing to, but there are things you can do on Instagram for sure. Definitely things on Pinterest. So bottom line, guys, lots of traffic sources. Make sure you get these fundamental free ones out of the way. Definitely don't overlook Facebook. It's the most efficient. We didn't talk about Google, Google pay-per-click and Bing pay-per-click because they don't really like capture pages, right? But if you want to explore that stuff, it is in the members area under Traffic School. And just a final word about tracking this stuff. I just want to share with you a feature of Lead Barrel that might make it easy for you to track these things. Let me show you. It's really pretty easy if you want to actually create a new capture page. It would be the same one for every traffic source. I don't know if this is the most elegant way, but if you want to see how many leads you're getting from your email signature, for example, or from, you buy an ad on some blogger, you have a cousin who's a blogger locally and gets like 100 visits a day and you want to throw them some money, right? Let's take a minute to log in. And you want to know how many leads you got, you can simply do what I'm trying to show you right now. My computer's locking you up. Or I broke Lead Barrel. There's basically, there's a duplicate page feature in your list of capture pages. So you can simply duplicate it, rename the new page, just make sure all the settings copied. I don't know if they do or not, like the redirect URL and everything. But you don't have to go redesign the page. You just click copy, duplicates the page, and you just use that URL to link it to the individual traffic source. And then at a glance, you'll be able to see what the conversion rate is from that source. And then you'd want to stick with whatever's working best. What's going on, Lead Barrel? I'm going to assume Bill's doing something right now because it should not be down. All right. Okay. So if I go to my capture pages, create manage pages, say I wanted to take my foreclosure page here and I can duplicate it. Say I hover here, duplicate it, it puts this little 2 next to it. I go and edit. Okay. Foreclosure list page, Reddit ad. Right? Save. Good to go. And now when I go run my Reddit ad, I'll just grab the link to that page. Okay, I might be oversimplifying this. You're going to want to make sure that you have all the same, I might ask Bill to make sure all this stuff copies if he can. So now I got to go reset all that my redirect URL, a little bit of a hassle, but I think you get the point. And then I'll be able to see how my Reddit ad is converting right here. I'll see the percentages, 29%, 3%. Also, cool feature, guys, I don't know if you noticed, but you can actually see how your desktop traffic converts compared to your mobile traffic. I have very bad conversion on this. These are all my demo pages. All right, so there we go. Ooh, Rob shared something cool. Thanks, Rob. Rob Hernandez, everybody, he shared something for Pinterest. Let me see what this is. I'm going to share with everybody if that's okay. I'll put it in the doc. Oh, cool. Is this yours, Rob? Or is this just kind of like a board that... Yeah, really neat. Okay, guys. Well, I hope that's pretty good for today. We're about 45 minutes in. This was our basic section, but I felt like we needed to have a, we should have went over some of the traffic stuff there. You all should have a capture page because we're creating them for you when you come in. And they're very easy to copy and paste. So your next step is to get consistent traffic through there. And then, of course, the last phase in our whole system here is you got to email cool stuff. So you want to send out, go to the incubation section, Retechulous.com/the method, go to phase 3, and send stuff out to the leads you're getting. So here's a little slice of it, traffic, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We'll be doing who knows what. Maybe by then I can pull together some stuff about Twitter or Pinterest, but we'll be doing another strategy session tomorrow at 3 with some basic, with some advanced stuff. All right, see everybody later.